Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you and 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 even Ezra may be watching from this wonderful world of ours. Welcome to the earlier than usual Tuesday episode from the Hound. The Dog Pound is here. Minerva, Sean Sol, Spore, Ezra, Jeff Steele, Flex, dancing and grooving away. Jeff is my rave viewer. He is when the beats come on at over 100 beats per minute, he's dancing away. So good to see you. Don't cut the D Block Dragon. Dark Horse _414 from the good city of Milwaukee, where they make beer. Apparently, I think somewhere around that area. Yeah, it seems like I never left this microphone. Yesterday was a stream. I'll tell you, it was a stream, clocking in at many hours, and man, it flew by. Honestly, it flew by. I enjoyed it. One of my favorite streams of all time. Anytime you can get a chance to talk to seven of the all-time great OOTPers, the time flies by. So yeah, we started off yesterday chatting with Don't Cut the D Block Dragon, and D Block, feeling under the weather, persevered through it like he would if he was in Game 7 of the World Series, not wimping out, and came on and helped me out start the show off. And then we brought in the one, the only, from Ontario, Canada, Koufax. And I learned Koufax, his favorite wrestler was Randy Savage. And from that point on, I learned that, he had a few drinks before the World Series in 1993 and couldn't remember much of game number 5, I think it was. And then after that, we had Attica online, and I learned about Attica that he's got a big pack ripping with special drops coming up on Sunday. Most of Sunday afternoon, you can catch Attica as he opens up 2,024 packs. I thought I had a lot of packs to open when I open up 250. He's opening up 2024. Synchronicity. Take a drink, our first drink of the day. I hope you have your beverages filled, because you're going to need to take several drinks. We're going to have a lot of synchronicity today. Excuse me. Still have a Christmas blend with a little bit of peppermint, some Tim Hortons chocolate coffee creamer, chocolate donut coffee creamer. Yeah. As you know, no Tuesday treasure trove today. Spore is putting that until tomorrow. So there will be a Wednesday treasure trove. The Pirates just couldn't dig up the treasure today. They need a day off after that long weekend. They couldn't recover in time. So the Tuesday treasure trove will be tomorrow at some point. So check that out. Can't wait for those bronze and iron cards, which is kind of a good thing, because D Block was supposed to come on and talk about the new cards today. And the way he was feeling yesterday, he needs another day of rest at least. Well, we won't be covering it tomorrow because I'm not scheduled to come on Wednesday, but next time he is on, we'll take a look at the cards that come out tomorrow. And then after Koufax, we had Ezra Denny come on and learn that Ezra is involved in a YouTube kind of a role-playing kind of situation. We went to the YouTube site. We saw a little younger Ezra Denny saying, his trademark signing in phrase. And after Ezra, we brought in an oldie but a goodie. Gorgo, 2005 came in, and Gorgo's looking awesome. He had a little camera problems early on, but we got that all worked out, and we got to see Gorgo, not only hear Gorgo, and hear some fascinating stories. That's one thing you can count on with Gorgo is stories, baseball stories. He always has some great, like I could chat with him for hours and hours and hours and never hear the same thing twice, except how much he loves coffee as much as I do. He kept holding up his little new coffee pod that he got for Christmas. I think it was a Christmas present. So yeah, it was fun having Gorgo on. And then after Gorgo, as we always do, EVC comes on in a spur of the moment. because I needed one more guest, and EVC was back from vacation. So I said, "Hey, can you follow Gorgo?" And he said, "Again? You're making me follow Gorgo again?" Yeah. Thanks, EVC. EVC, great as always, coming on, and we filled in my Hound theme team. He helped me replace some of the players. He looked exhausted, but he persevered too. So D Block persevered, EVC persevered, Gorgo persevered with his camera, Cavacom Cavacom was on, and after EVC, we finished up the multi-hour stream with a first-time appearance from Dynastic, Dynamic, whatever you want to call him. He came on to call the final couple games of the Pop-Up World Series. Great to have him on as well. First time he's been on the show. Because he streams right after me, hard to have him on. Plus, he works early in the morning until he basically comes on stream. And I kind of stream usually early in the morning. So just time-wise, it hasn't been easy to arrange things. But yeah, that was fun. It was fun being his Canadian color guy during his call of the final games of the World Series. So fantastic show yesterday. Thanks all for watching. Thanks those that resubscribed and followed and gifted subs and all that kind of stuff. Anytime I can introduce you guys to the community more and we can have these conversations. We didn't play a lot of baseball. We didn't play a lot of OOTP, but we had some really good conversations yesterday. Congratulations go out to our pop-up winner, the Palm Bay Wild Riders, run by T Lasco 3. T Lasco 3, I don't know if they've ever been in the chat, or if they are, they kind of lurk and don't comment too much. But T Lasco 3, they won the tournament, and fairly easily. They went through 255 other teams to get to the finals, and they beat the Shiny Colors 8-3, 6-0, 1-0, and then the final game that Dynastic called. Dave Stieb on the mound. Dave Stieb throwing a one-hitter into the 8th inning. It goes to 9. Dave Stieb throwing a two-hitter. He loads the bases. And true to life, you don't really want to bring in a reliever. Dave Stieb, as I've mentioned many times, in real life, once he got late 8th inning, early 9th inning, he started to fall apart. And he did not have a great bullpen until Tom Hankey came along. He did not have a bullpen that got him the wins. If he had a bullpen, he would have had many more wins and maybe even be in the Hall of Fame, or at least been on the ballot more than once. But here the bullpen comes in, and McClish gets the save. A bronze card gets the save for Dave Stieb. And there were the two top pitchers of the tournament were Dave Stieb. 9-0 Dave Stiebs. Yeah, 9-0, even ahead of guys like the Roger Clemens card and the Walter Johnson card and these other cards that came out way after Stieb. There were some teams that had some of the perfect recent pitchers, but Dave Stieb outperformed them. He did 9-0, a couple of them in the tournament. One of them was like under 1 ERA. One of them had the best FIP. So yeah, it was a fun tournament. I enjoyed it. The only thing I didn't enjoy about this tournament was losing in round 1. The Dishnet's alt 10-gallon hats. Although I do get a chance to show off his cool logo here. The 10-gallon hats from Dishnet. So Dishnet wins round 1 over me. I am out of it fairly early. And the Palm Bay Wild Riders. That is a mouthful. They take it, and hopefully we get to see what their perfect pack ends up being, because we got to see DA 186 when he won the tournament from the first Affiliates Gone Wild. He pulled Mike Schmidt, one of the newer Mike Schmidts, and it's always good to see what people pull in these packs. Your Steve was 0-2? Well, Wildcat. You didn't did you play the music that goes with it? Because when I had Dr. Dynastic on, in order to get Dave Stieb to perform, you need to pump him up a little bit. Did you pump up Dave Steve before the tournament? Did you have a conversation with him? Did you say, "Hey, Dave, give me your best game"? Did you do that, Wildcat? Because if you didn't, then you probably didn't get Dave Steve.
Organization for a glorious decade plus.
It's the last inning. Our guys are winning. Dave's put down a smoker, a strike, and you got no doubt. What do you want?
Dave Steve.
Let's play ball. Okay, Blue Jays today. Let's play ball.
We're talking about right-hander Dave Steve. Dave Steve. Dave Steve. Steve.
9-0, Dave Steve on the mound. See, Wildcat, did you give him that kind of treatment? Because when Dr. D was on, Dave Steve came into the game. We played this clip at the beginning, and Dave Steve threw a one-hitter into the 8th inning, a two-hitter into the 9th inning. We played it again, and he came out victorious in the World Series. So yes, Dave Steve from Today and Dave Steve on Twitter. And they're currently posting Dave Steve's best starts in his career. His 37 best starts. I love that. Synchronicity, take a drink. 37, Dave Steve. And this is his best start, number 11. May 1st, 1983. Carlton Fisk is quoted as saying, "Unfortunately, Dave Steve was Dave Steve today. When he's throwing like that, he beats everybody." See, Carlton Fisk even agrees Dave Steve was the best of his time. Not just me. It's not just me. Dr. Dynastic, the restraining order, I checked into that. It still goes until the end of the month, but then it's a free slate from there on. So I'll be spamming his social media accounts. Dave, did you hear? You won Game 4 of the World Series in the Affiliates Gone Wild pop-up when mullets were cool. He'll respect mullets because he pitched in a time when mullets were cool. In fact, Dave Steve, you look at pictures on Google, he had mullets from time to time. And then I'll get, another restraining order against me, and we'll go through another year. Cox shows the Sox right way to win. So Dave Steve's second or number 11th best pitching performance. And after the game, he says, Dave says, this was just a decent game for me. Modest guy. It was just a decent game for me. Who you gonna believe? The Blue Jays bury the White Sox on a Steve 3-hitter. And again, synchronicity. Yesterday, he ended the game. When he left the game, he had a 3-hitter. Take a drink. Number 3. What timing? So yes, the 11th best pitching performance by Steve. I had to reset myself there. 11th best pitching performance by Dave Steve in his career comes against the White Sox. So whoever says the White Sox don't get any love and mentions on streams, there you go. His 11th best pitching performance. So thank you, Wildcat Bandit, for allowing me the opportunity to bring back some Dave Steve to the channel. Jess Safari says, my Dave Steve was 2-0, a 1.1 ERA. Unfortunately, the rest of the staff was not so good. So see, Wildcat, you just did not give him the proper love, the Oklahoma love that Dave Steve deserves, even though he was California raised. So yeah, that was a fun tournament. Again, really, well, darn it. I'm going to have to check that. I hope it doesn't end February 31st. I hope not. got to check the year too. I'm pretty sure it said 2024. Again, the tournament was played with 6 mandatory cards. And as Dr. Dynastic said yesterday, when he started drafting his team, he said, oh man, I'm going to win this thing. Look at all the players I get. No one's going to beat me with Willie Mays. Or do I take Jackie Robinson? Or do I take Frank Robinson, who had a great finals too? We were mentioning Frank Robinson's name quite a bit. And then he realized, Dr. Dynastic realized, oh, I get all 6 of these. But I'm still going to win because these are going to be better than anyone else's players. And then he realized that everyone in the tournament gets all 6 of these. Dr. Dynastic, following lap stream later today around 1 p.m. Pacific time or earlier, depending when my batteries run out. All right, you know what? Let's continue the momentum from yesterday. Let's do a quick exclamation enter, exclamation ticket. Let's see who doesn't have me on mute. Let's see who actually enters the contest. See, no one's entering so far, so maybe I should close it down right now. Oh, there we go. We must have a little bit of a lag. All right, while we're waiting for that, again, don't forget the new version of the game comes out in about 4 weeks time, less than 4 weeks, less than a month, on March the 15th. We'll talk more about OOTP 25 a little bit later, but first we've got to go and get you guys involved in something. I'm going to get you guys involved in a bounty. But before I announce which bounty and what the rules are, I'm going to put out the form for the lap versus chat playing 1967. You guys are coming off your first World Series in this competition. I got to award 15 packs last time we did this because you met 3 of the 4 goals. The only goal you didn't meet was beating me in the exhibition game. So I prevented perfection from you guys. So we'll fill this out. I'll have you fill this out. We'll leave this up for about a half an hour. And then once we get into the lap versus chat, you guys will draft your new players. You'll put your team together and you'll see if you can repeat as World Series champs. Hey, Dave, Steve, I got to take you off screen, buddy. I'll put you on my second monitor there so I can always glance over at you once in a while. Okay, Dave? Nothing personal, but, you know, I can only show you so many times on stream. There we go. Good. All right. All right, let me put the form in the chat. It is unlocked. There we go. There we go. I don't know. All streamers like to spam the link. I don't know why. So I'll do that and pin it. Fill it out Survivor style. How will your team do this week? How many wins will Sandy Koufax get? 20 wins last season. How about Billy Williams? How many home runs? He hit 21 home runs last year. Will you guys repeat as champions? We will find out in about half hour's time. All right, bounty. Just before we hit our break, I'll let you guys know what bounty you can enter in. Perfect team drafting, 16-team tournament. Defeat me and win 5 packs. And we're going to do something fairly simple today. We've never done this before. We're doing the iron to bronze. Put it on the big letters here. Iron to bronze. There you go. Go enter. We'll be back in 2 minutes' time to draft my team. All players, their first name must start from A to M. You are not allowed to draft any first names N onward. A to M, first names only. Do it. Beat me. Win 5 packs. Be back in 2 minutes. All right, we are back again. Happy Tuesday. Good to see everyone. Hope everyone's having a wonderful day after your long weekend. If you celebrated one, President's Day in the United States, Family Day in many provinces up here in Canada, and back to work on Tuesday for many of you. Welcome all in. Laptop Hound here again after a marathon yesterday. Here to start early because no Tuesday Treasure Trove. If you haven't heard the news, the Tuesday Treasure Trove cards will come out tomorrow. Spore will be on to present those, so check those out. Get your drops today. Check out Dr. Dynastic following me. TJ Lauerman should be on tonight as well with the official OOTP drops. And again, special drops coming up with Attica Online on Sunday, where you can get up to 14 packs and watch him rip over 2,000 packs that he has accumulated for a very long time. All right, the bounty right now, if you want to get in, I'm gonna assign a second bounty on the opposite side of the bracket. So once the game starts up and I see who is playing who, I'm gonna assign a second person on the opposite side because sometimes, you never get to play me. You never get a chance at the bounty because I get knocked out first round and you're way on the top corner of the opposite side of the bracket. And I'm like, you know what? We're getting towards the end of the cycle. Let me pick someone else to be my other bounty. So we'll do that once it fills up, and we got 3 spots left. 3 more spots. There you go. There's the rules. You can only draft players A to M. Let me know who your perfect was. Let me draft my team before the timer runs out. And Dr. Dynastic, I don't know if you're still within listening range, but I think you said you were going to try a 5-minute draft yesterday. Was it successful? Did you win the tournament and go, ha ha, I'm Speedy Dynastic and I beat all your butts in less than 5 minutes? Did you do that? Because that would have been really fun to see. Oh, who is your perfect? It's bronze to iron? Oh, I can't remember which one I picked. It's bronze to iron? Okay. I thought I picked the best of 5. I thought I picked the other one. Okay. So I guess we all got the same perfect card. So this is like a laptop daily then, which is kind of neat as well. Every once in a while we get to do one of these. All right. I'm going to try and do it less than 5 minutes. Starting now, 1940. So I only got till 1440. If Dr. Dynastic can do it, I can try. Bobby Lowe and Billy Cox. Bobby and Billy. A to M. Bob Miller and George Suggs. A to M only. First name, Adam Everett, Earl Williams. Easy choices. No question. Keon Broxton, A to M. So I can take Lefty or Mike Pelfrey. What is this Mike Pelfrey? Ooh, no, thank you. No. Who is this card? No, not very good. A to M. Jeremy or Kitty. Do I want a Kitty? Meow. Do I want a kitty? I don't know. Jeff Steele Flex subscribing. Jeff dancing away, putting the emotes in there. Jeff, you are 1 month away from a year. You're a year older, a year wiser. And you know what? Because I'm going to take Kitty, we gotta play this for Jeff, a cat fan. All right, we're taking Kitty Bransfield. And yeah, I apologize if you're humming that all day. I should have warned you. I should have said, plug your ears because I'm going to play something weird, catchy, and you'll probably be humming it a little bit later. Your kids will be going like, Dad, what are you doing? What are you doing, Dad? Oh, no, That's my family. Sorry. sorry. Okay. Dale Murphy and Muddy Ruel. A to M. Bake McBride, Johan Santana. I'm enjoying these players I'm getting. I don't know how you guys are. Bruce Hurst, the best iron pitcher on the market. See, that's what you get when a kitty shows up and I take him. I'm playing that song. I'm warning you now. See, Jeff was even dancing to it. That one's for you, Jeff. I figured it was a little catchy song you could dance to. Cass Michaels. From Jeff Steelflex PBE Sim. The Flexter. I always think of those little exercise things like only on TV. Buy it now. Special to this TV broadcast. Only seen on TV. Get the Steel Flex. $19.99. Order now, and we will throw in a second Steel Flex for half price. Batteries not included. That's what I think of when I see that Jeff Steel Flex. Grudzilla Yannick and Jeff. A to M, A to M. I can take a Harry Lord and an Adam Dunn. No, I want a Jeff Mathis and an Adam Dunn. Almost got me OOTP. What do I got for pitchers? 5. Don Sutton. What else doing? Third baseman, Dean Palmer. Okay, is this, what's the year? 1985, 10 pitchers. I need 4 more. 4 more A to M pitchers. Do I see any here? There are absolutely 2 I can take. Connor Overton. I gotta call Spore. Spore, you know the live cards really well. Connor Overton or Justin Dunn. What are you thinking? Connor? Okay, thanks. Direct line. He unblocked me, by the way. Unlike Dave Steeb. Who else do we want? What do we need? First, second, third. Tim Raines, Joe Horning. Okay, Joe. I got 3 catchers. What the heck? Dick Pole. I can take a Dick because it's A to M. And I can also take a Jason. 6, 9 pitchers. 1 more pitcher and an outfielder. Pitcher and outfielder. 20 seconds to go. Pitcher, Fred Clobberance. Outfielder. No, we're gonna take Fred Clobberance. Outfielder, John Dobbs. Boom. 5 minutes. Hey, Pops, don't give him any ideas, okay? I'm still exhausted from yesterday. Sometimes I need to purposely mute myself. The dramatic pause. Get your Jeff Steele Flex. $19.99. Only through this advertisement. What are we doing here, guys? What are we doing? Oh, yeah. I got to put my team together. Strategy. Import. Let's go with the D Dempsey strategy. The D Dempsey strategy this time. When he was on showing us what he uses, we used it as an example. And, you know, every once in a while, I like to show off people's strategies. Hopefully win one of these one time. I don't have a right fielder? You got to be kidding me. All right. Well, now we got to walk through these players. No right fielder backup. Well, I can check my pitchers. Maybe some of these pitchers can play right field. Connor. Spore said, go with Connor. Oh, we can play first and third, so I can't make him a two-way. Bob, Dick. Oh, I almost said it again. Don Sutton, Bruce Hurst. No, none of you guys can play in the outfield. Well, who needs a backup right fielder when you have a guy like Keon Broxton? Look at his stamina. He's got a stamina of 0. He'll be wonderful in the outfield. He can hold runners. He's got a fastball, but he's got a stamina of 0. So he walks out to the mound. He looks off to first base and the runner on first base. And then the manager comes and yanks him. That's it. You're done. You are done. That glance over to first wore you out. We're taking you off the mound, Keon. But it was a good glance. It was really good. Ricky decided not to steal because you glanced over there. In this game sometime. Okay, Joe. How about Mark Grudzlianic? No. John Dobbs? No. Cass Michaels? Kitty. Oh, no. Kitty can only play first. Yeah, I think we're... Now, Fred. Yeah, we got to keep you as a pitcher, Fred. But Fred, where are you? You're not my number 5 guy. Dick is my number 5. Got to go with Dick. Fred, you are my long relief mop-up, avoid high leverage guy. Nice try. You're more of a hitter. Do they have you as a two-way, Fred? Fred, why are you not in the game, Fred? Fred? Freddie? Are you a two-way? Where is it? Yeah, use as a two-way. Okay, I guess you're not as good as Dale Murphy. Go figure. So, double check, team, guys, ladies, gentlemen, kids. Make sure you go to your team roster and all your first names are A to M. You can sort them alphabetically. The game lets you do that. Except they sort you by last name, which I guess is okay. A to M, A to M, A to M. Did I miss out on anyone here? Nope. If you got a guy that starts with P, you cannot have a P. No P. No P for you. You got to go and put him on your reserve roster. Drag him over or bench him for like 60 days. Ezra, you did not get a catcher that meets the rules? Really? You did not get one of those catchers? Well, you know what? I have seen people win the bounty with no catcher. It's better to have no catchers than one catcher, because no catchers, they're going to put in random players to catch rather than have your guy that is your only catcher get exhausted. So Ezra, do not lift your head, Ezra. Ezra, look up. You can still win this with no catchers. It has been done. I've won this with 5 catchers. And I've seen people, I think Cavacom won this with no catchers. Especially in a short tournament like this, like where it's, best of 5, best of 3. Are we full? We are full. Iron to bronze is full. So once it fires off, we will find out who our second bountier is. All right, let me take the banner off. We don't need the rules up there anymore. And don't forget to fill out the pinned Google form for your chance to win. Oh, he was skipping the bounty, I think. So we picked catch. Oh, I see. Well, hey, if you want to put those 2 catchers on reserve, like I said, you can win this without catchers. Or you can just play the spoiler. You can be the mole, Ezra. and play the spoiler and try to win it and get the in-game packs. Anyone with the form of Richard, Rich, and other forms. Johnny Dickshot, I guess, would count, right? Johnny Dickshot, Johnny Richard Shot. Yeah, 8 a.m. was kind of fun. I actually did not expect to get as good of a team as I did. I think I got a pretty good team, other than Keon being my only right fielder. Should have paid more attention to that, but I got 3 catchers. Ezra, you want to buy one off me? I'll give you my PayPal. I'll send you a catcher. Not Jeff Mathis, though. You can have Muddy Ruel. I'll even throw in Dick Pole. Ezra. Get your Jeff Steele Flex. 1999. Now, and get a Dick Pole thrown in. Free. Has it fired off? Come on, fire off game. Who's still drafting out there? All right, fill out the form, the Google form. Let me pin it one more time because it is off the pin messages. Okay. Well, you know what? I entered this early bronze yesterday, and usually I don't enter the early bronze because I'm not awake yet. And you guys fill up all those spots, on the early bronze. By the time I wake up, early bronze is usually full. But yesterday there were 63 out of 64, and my fingers were going faster than they were. So I got the 64th spot in the early bronze yesterday. And me and my love of bronze. And I forgot that this was a round robin. It's been a while since I've been in an early bronze. And I didn't even check my lineup. I don't even know who I had in my lineup because I was the last one to enter and I just fired off. And it looks like I did pretty good. It looks like Cubs fan Steve was in my pool. He finished with 3 wins. We had East CV Gatos. They finished with 3 wins. We had Dubois Hornets with 1 win. And then we had this team, the Rocky Mountain Gladiators, with 5 wins. Yes, they had 5 wins. So the top 2 get in. I don't know if Cubs fan Steve or Gatos got the second one. Let's see. Cub fan Steve looks like he qualified. So that's pretty cool. Cub fan Steve and I got the round 1, round robin advancement. And then I went on and took on the Scarlets and defeated them 4-1. I took on Bradley's Seal Beach Surfers and beat them 4-2. I go up against the Giants, who are a very good team by Zargian 2. I beat them. And then I met up against this Copenhagen Urban Bees. And they snuffed me out. You old guys out there, you'll catch the reference. So yeah, I haven't been in one of these in a long time. What do I get? Finishing 3rd and 4th. 3 historical gold packs. Okay, so this was a packs tournament, not a batch tournament. Well, look at that synchronicity. Look who took the save in the deciding game against me, Copenhagen. You're not allowed to draft this guy. Dave Steeb comes in for the save in the final game. Beats me 4-1. Oh, I gotta look at my team here. Is it pretty updated? Oh, yeah. It's pretty updated. This is what I'm kind of running in my bronze quicks and my bronze tournaments. I won't go through the whole team, just through the pitchers. But I'm running Sonny Gray. He went 3-2. You guys still running Sunny? Luis Castillo went 5-0 in the early bronze. Bartolo Colon went 3-1. I brought this guy in, Marco Russo. I'm going to try him out for a while. I see a lot of teams have him. I'm not sold on him completely because of that control. He reminds me kind of a Dave Stieb card. A little bit better Dave Stieb card, but that control worries me as a starter. And then I got Mr. Messerschmidt as my number 5 guy. And sometimes I mix and match these, like I rotate them around a little bit. It's not always that order. In the bullpen, I've got Dontrell Willis and I've got Cliff Lee. Again, sometimes I move them to starters. So Cliff and Dontrell will sometimes be a starter for me. And then I got Burton, DeJay, Gaines, and Giolito. So those are kind of the 11 pitchers that I run for most of my tournaments right now anyway. But again, mix and match my starters because a lot of these guys can start. Giolito, Gaines, DeShay. The only reliever I have is Jared Burton. Otherwise, I just use my starters. So yeah, that's a pretty good staff. That got me to the final 4. And let's go check the winner here. Kind of curious what the winner was running. So the Ziddigan ZB. Never seen that name before, but usually I don't get in this tournament. Oh, it looks like a Makadkar team. Makadkar, congratulations. I didn't come up against you in the tournament, almost in the finals. And Makadkar is running Giolito, Gaines, Gray, Willis, Lee, Colon, Russo, Castillo. So he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of the 11 pitchers I have. He's not running Jared Burton, and he's not running Messerschmidt. But he is running this card, which I see a lot of managers running. I think I'm going to replace Russo maybe with this guy, especially for like 1980s. 1980s where stuff isn't as critical. He's got better control than Russo. His pitcher BABIP's lower. So I'm wondering if you guys are finding success with this Ken Hill card. I thought about him. And same with this Freeman. I don't like this Freeman as much. Just the pitcher BABIP's lower, but he's got really good control. I mean, you'll notice in 5 starts, 5 appearances, he only walked 2 guys. Mind you, he's a reliever here. But yeah, I'm not sold on Freeman, but I could be convinced on that Ken Hill card. Gus Kroc, one of the exclusive pitchers, again, fairly well-rounded. I have considered Gus Kroc. And Van Glider, I draft him in tournaments. I don't have him on my bronze teams, though. So I'm pretty happy with the 5 guys I'm running. And then mix and match. Again, sometimes Cliff Lee and Dontrell will come to stars. They should probably be starters, but they can be really good closers at times too. If I do put Lee and Willis in my starting rotation, usually Jared Burton becomes my stopper, and then everyone else is a middle reliever. And the team that beat me, Copenhagen, they're running Castillo, Willis, Messer. So they're running same 5 I've got. Plus they've got Gaines, Burton. They've got that Freeman card. They're running Dave Stieb and Hasegawa. Hasegawa I took out just because there's guys with a little bit better stuff with similar profiles. I might lose a little bit on home run suppression or a little bit on control, but I don't use Hasegawa anymore. Maybe I need to go back to him. And then they use this card. This card scares the living dick pole out of me. Holy smokes, this one here. Although every time I check in on him from other teams, he seems to pitch pretty well. So maybe as a bullpen guy, he pitched really good for Copenhagen here. But that 27 control, ouch. That was nice. That was nice getting in that tournament. Let's go check on the bounty. It has fired off. Let's see who's playing. All right. Please don't tell me that is the Dodgers, please. I've avoided the Hoosman for a long time. I don't know if I've ever beat him in a bounty. I beat him in the 5L a couple times, but not in a bounty. All right, on the left side of the bracket, we've got Wildcat Bandit going up against Sporer. We got the Bowlers run by K. Carlton Lassiter. Good to see you back in. Going up against Fussmucker's Devils. Pops Dongoria's Wood Ducks are going up against a team that's been successful in the 5L 68 Pirate, who lost a 7-game series to Cub fan Steve a couple days ago. They are taking on those Wood Ducks. And speaking of winners of the 5L, congratulations to Sean Soul 10. Give it up in the chat. Congratulate him. His first 5L victory yesterday. Sean Soul 10 wins the 5L yesterday. Congratulations, Sean. They're going up against the Yankees, run by Big Daddy. We got on the right side of the bracket, the Mad Hatters by Sir Pug. Good to see you, Sir Pug. Taking on those Beekeepers by Fan 3. Charles and his New York team is taking on GT Sundown. That's going to be an epic matchup there. Two of the top 5L players playing in round 1. I'm taking on the Hoosman, and then the winner of our matchup gets the luxury of taking on Hot Fire and Ore or Catcherless Ezra Denny. Well, no, he does have a catcher, Shanty Hogan, but Ezra said he's basically conceding the bounty because he couldn't find a catcher A to M. So there are your matchups. You know what? Let's since Sean won the 5L yesterday, we're going to put the bounty on Sean. Sean is your left side bracket bountier. All right, back in 2 minutes' time. All right, we're back and checking in on the 5L today, the Laptop Hound Lower Level Leisure Lounge tournament. We have round 2 is underway, and I got to take on Sporer in round 1. Always love playing managers I'm familiar with, competitive managers that love this tournament as much as I do. And Spore, I took you out this time. I think we're about 50-50 when we come up against each other. I think it's pretty even split in terms of who wins in any tournament that we're in, whether it's gold or the 5L. We're pretty even there. Now I'm taking on Wish Come True 1, 2, 3. Wave Ruin and those Wonderbolts who won the bounty yesterday. They knocked me out of the bounty, and now I'm taking them in the 5L. What a fantastic community we have. I mean, when you have we've got a group of solid 30 to 40 managers that we constantly see each other in all these tournaments, bounties, 5L, PTMSs. Like there's a group of us that kind of like similar tournaments, and we've got our own little clan kind of going here with tournaments that we play in. And the Wonderbolts have kind of joined this over the last month or so. You know, music lessons is another one that's come in recently. So yeah, it's cool playing you guys time and time again. And some teams have my number, and some teams I have a lot more success against. So beat Spore on to game number 5, playing Warren Hacker, and just won game 4, 13-2. So had a lot of success there. We'll check back in on that a little bit later. Again, the bounty is about 4 minutes away from the first game firing off. Double check your players. Make sure all first names are A to M, because sometimes when you do settings and changes, it fires off while you're doing that. Like it might have happened with Ezra. Ezra thought he made changes, but then when he went back in, it reverted back to the original. So just maybe go back into your game and double check if you had to make any changes. So yeah, yesterday's 5L, which finished kind of when the my mainstream kind of finished off. So we didn't get to broadcast the finals, but here are your results from yesterday. Finishing first, Washington Park Rangers. Second, the Grover Beach Grouches. Third was a team that's finished third twice in a row. Wolfman 56 and his Michigan Wolves have 2 third-place finishes back to back. And the San Diego Manatees were the 4th place finishers. So our overall leaderboard, this is close. I mean, I'm not on there, but I could, with 2 top 4 finishes, I could easily be in the top 10. That's how close it is. The Portland Llamas and the Michigan Wolves are tied for first in February with less than 2 weeks to go. Escape from New York, the Mill Basin Yankees, 3rd and 4th. And then we have a group including Cavacom, Wildcat Bandit, 68 Pirate, and GT Sundown. And then we have Pinedale Thunder in 6th place. In terms of top 4 finishes, we now have 47. I mean, that goes to show you the competition when you have 47 different teams that have at least one top 4 finish. That's incredible. In what is today, the 20th. So 19 tournaments have been played in February, and we have 47 different top 4 finishes. Really cool. All right, this is your 2-minute warning to fill out the Google form. This form here, 12 entries so far, lap versus chat. We're going to get that fired off in a couple minutes. We're going to wait for game 1 of the bounty to sim. And then once we take a look at the result of that, we are going to go into the lap versus chat. What else do I want to show you here? Oh, yeah, that's what I wanted to show you. That's what I wanted to go over before we get on to lap versus chat. Always like to mention it because I always like to support the company that allows us to do what we do and allows us to play the game that we love, and that is Out of the Park Developments. Once again, if you haven't heard, because maybe you were on an extended vacation, like EVC was, and came back and found that, oh, the new game has been released. Yes, Out of the Park Developments 25, OOTP 25. You can pre-order it now. And when you pre-order it, you will get a bunch of different perks, including the beta version. You'll get to play 3 days early, or up to 3 days earlier. March the 12th, at some point during that day, you'll be able to download the beta version and test it out. By no means is it the final version. Any of the cards that you see in Perfect Team can change over the next 3 days, but at least you get an idea of kind of the new features that are in there. Also, you'll get some packs. You will get loyalty packs for every game you've purchased since OOTP 19. You will get some packs. So if you bought every Perfect Team version, you'll get maybe 1, 2, 3, 4 gold packs, diamond packs. Who knows what they have in store for your loyalty packs. Plus, you'll get some anniversary packs. You'll get the 25th anniversary. You got the diamond pack. You'll get a gold pack. And you'll get to play the game right on Friday, March the 15th, competitively, whether it's tournaments, whether it's league play, I don't know, but you will get to play it competitively. You will not be able to get Perfect Team Plus, so don't anticipate any kind of subscription package at the beginning of the game, and you'll save 30% off. If you're Steam users, then you cannot play the beta version. You have to buy the the Epic version to get the beta version. Steam, you can wish list it. Just click the little wish list button on Steam, and when it becomes available, you'll save the 30%. Usually they offer a first week 30% discount. So as long as you get it within the first week, you should be good. Of course, we're all looking forward to the partnership with Hall of Fame. That's going to be cool, allowing us to use some of the artifacts and exhibits from the Hall of Fame. Screenshot wise, we got the player development lab for the base game, where you can train your players for a specific period of time in some of their weaknesses. So if you want Hank Aaron to be a better bunter, don't know why you'd want to do that, but let's say you do, you can train him for 4 to 5 weeks and he can become a better bunter. Also, the sandbox. Gorgo yesterday said, Lap, we get in the sandbox. And yeah, we are. We don't know, again, how in-depth it's going to be, what it's going to allow us to do, but to test out tournaments on stream where I can just say, guys, you know what? For our bounty today, we're going to do a sandbox tournament and we're going to set all these different criteria and then boom, fire it off. So maybe they're going to allow us to say no catchers, and we can click off a little button that says no catchers in the draft pool. Now, I don't know if this might not be for perfect drafts, but it does say Perfect Team tournaments. So maybe it's traditional, maybe it's perfect drafts, maybe it's both. I'm hoping perfect drafts are part of the sandbox, but it could just be traditional where you have to own the cards, which would kind of suck a little bit. But because if we're doing like a bronze with all the new treasure trove cards, most of us won't have those treasure trove cards if they just came out. So hopefully there'll be some sort of perfect draft implementation into the sandbox, if not at the beginning, at some point in time. Of course, all the updated rosters will be in there. Baseball starting up on Thursday, the first real baseball that we get to watch. And so cool to see what possibly could be our pack opening screen. Right here showing us the attributes of each of the card, having a little sell button, no more right clicking and then 2 or 3 steps to get to the card shop. We simply click the little sell button. So a lot of cool things. Go pre-order it now, 30% off. Support Out of the Park Developments, $34.99 American, $45.49 Canadian. Also, again, one thing they always like streamers to point out is the survey. They really want your input. So let me post that link again. All they want to know is, what were your favorite cards in Perfect Team over the last 4 or 5 years? Which cards did you like? Lap, you'll be taking everyone's questions on my stream today to ask Marcus in her interview. Hey, there you go. Dr. D will have his notepad ready. Or maybe he has someone on the side writing things down for him. So if you have questions for Marcus Heinzen, let him know on his stream. And yeah, that is 1 week from yesterday. We are going to see the YouTube. It will not be alive, so you're not going to be able to ask questions live on the video because it will be pre-recorded because, of course, Marcus is in Germany and Dr. D's on the West Coast. So they're going to pre-record it, and then they will have that put up on YouTube. So that is, I don't know if they've updated the main page. Nope. But that is Monday, February the 26th in the evening. Check out the YouTube OOTP YouTube channel and yeah, check out that interview. 1 week from tomorrow, we will have an interview, I'm guessing, with Matt Arnold, one of the devs, to talk about franchise mode. And I think Dr. D is conducting that interview. That one will be live on Twitch, I believe. So that is Wednesday, February the 28th. March 6th, we have the baseball partnership. I don't know if it's going to be Rich Grisham and Dr. Dynastic, but it will be someone, probably Rich Grisham, because he's the guy that spearheaded this partnership. So they will be on March 6th on the Twitch channel, 8 p.m. Eastern. And then the final road to the new game will be Monday, March 11th. One day before the beta version comes out. Paul Sporer will be on, Perfect Team content creator. Maybe we'll see an appearance by Nicolino. And they will be talking about Perfect Team 25. Can't wait. So many cool things coming up in the next few weeks, guys. Stay tuned on YouTube, on Twitch. All the best news and information coming out soon. All right, let's go check in on game 1 of the bounty. And then we're going to go to the lap versus chat. I know Caged Wisdom has been a big part of lap versus chat. Don't know if he's in the house today to help chat out. Iron to Bronze, game 1 is in. As long as I don't face, Louis Castillo or Dontrell Willis. And the Dodgers did get me in game 1, a 3-2 game. Oh, is this allowed, Dr. Dynastic? Is it allowed that other teams get to play Dave Stieb against me? Dave Stieb goes 8 strong innings, giving up 2 earned runs, 10 hits, and Mr. LeGros comes on, a new iron card comes on for the save, and the Dodgers get a great performance by George Suggs. He goes the distance, only giving up 5 hits. Dave Stieb gives up 10 hits, twice as many, but he takes the victory. I guess I played that Dave Stieb video a little too early today and gave him the momentum. So the Dodgers take game 1 of this best of 3. Remember, I am the bounty on the right side of the bracket. Sean Soul and his Washington Park Rangers are the bounty on the left side, and Sean wants to keep the bounty going. He won 3-1, and because Sean is the bounty, if he wins the tournament, he keeps his bounty. And if he plays me in the final and wins, he gets my bounty. So he'll get 10 packs plus the 3 in-game packs. So Sean, you have a chance to win 13 packs here. All because you won yesterday's 5L and get to be the representatory bounty on the left side. Team Oklahoma wins game 1, the Bowlers, the Pirates, and on the right side of the brackets, it's the Beekeepers, the Mayhem, and those Starfleet red shirts. Oh, did they qualify? They did take out their catcher in time. See, Ezra, what'd I tell you? You can win without a catcher in these short tournaments. Let's see who caught for Ezra in game 1. 2-1 victory. And the game put in a pitcher. Mind you, it's a dead ball pitcher. well, just after dead ball, 1922. But he was the catcher. He went 0 for 3. Check out his defense. You know, he's on pace for a very bad zone rating. TC, what's TC? 6 total chances, 6 putouts, no errors, 2 passed balls, and a 1.0 catcher's earning run average in the first game. So Ezra, see, buddy, you can still do this without any catchers. It's a little difficult, but you won game 1 2-1. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Dynastic. The law of the land. Cannot use Dave Stieb against Lap. That's going to be the next bounty. Only I get to draft Dave Stieb. That is it. All right, so let's go to closing off the forum. I'm going to draw our early bird stream winner here. Exclamation enter, exclamation ticket. If you haven't got in yet, last couple seconds to get in. Let me find it here. Where did you disappear to? There we go. Closing off in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and closed. Okay. 29 entries. 5-pack winner goes to, if it's Sean Soul, everyone has to take a drink because I've mentioned his name more than anyone today. So here we go. It is. Give it up for Steve, Cub fan, 23, our 5-pack winner. It's been a while. You know, Cubs fan Steve watches a lot of the streams that we do, and he enters a lot of the contests, and it's been a while since his name has come up. So Cubs fan Steve, who won the 5L 2 days ago, Sean Saul won yesterday. They're doing well. Mark as complete. Okay, we got 13 entries for the lap versus chat. Gonna close it off. I'll give you, you know, if you want to enter, you've got 1 minute. I am going to time this. You've got 1 minute to enter, and then it's going to be closed. So you have to fill it out very quickly. There's not many questions. And in fact, you know, even if you don't get completely done, submit it anyway, because the first few questions are the most important questions. So 13 entries so far. While we're waiting for that, I'm going to go check in on game 2 of the bounty. Game 2 has fired. Present. And the Rocky Mountain Gladiators will get some revenge against the Dodgers, winning 5-2. And we will go to the deciding game 3. Dodgers Don Sutton goes 8 strong innings, 6 hits, 1 earned run. Overton comes in, and then Mr. Bryce Miller, Bob Miller, takes the win here. 1/3 of an inning. He will get the save, actually. Sutton will get the win. Van Gilder, who's having a busy tournament. He catches for Ezra. He pitches for the Hoosman. He's everywhere. Van Gilder takes the loss in a 7 1/3 inning, gives up 12 hits and 5 earned runs. So I think catching for an opposing team tuckered him out. All right, question is, were there any sweeps? Yes, Wildcat Bandits swept, the Bowlers swept, the Pirates swept. Sean is in a deciding game 3 against the Yankees. And on the other side, only GT Sundown swept his series against Charles. Everyone else tied up at 1. And here is the Ezra check. Who caught for Ezra in a 3-2 loss? Beachport gets a run in the bottom of the 9th to win it. And catching game 2 once again, is Van Gilder, who had a hit, a run, an RBI. Ezra, this is probably better than any catcher you would have got. I mean, at least this guy can hit. He can probably hit better. That might be the new meta. Don't draft a catcher and draft Elam Van Gilder as your catcher. Yeah, those are pretty good hitting ratings. So the game put in a very capable hitter. So he did get an RBI. He did get a run. And he did not get you the win, though. Okay. Close off the Google form. All right. We did get one more entry. Form is closed. Oops. Responses closed. Let's find out what you guys are thinking here. How many goals will you meet? 2. The lock, you're thinking the better regular season. Yeah, that's pretty much a lock against me. How many will make the All-Star game? You guys are thinking 2 or 3 of your players. 50% of you are thinking that the exhibition game will have 6 to 10 runs scored. Tiebreaker, Koufax, 15 wins up to 19 wins. He did have 20 last year. And Billy Williams, some think 12 home runs all the way up to 24. Again, last season he had 21. Okay, let me put it on. What do I want to put? We'll put it on that screen. All right, it is time. Lap versus chat. It doesn't look like anyone wanted to use their Helm Biscuits to be the exclusive captain today for the chat team. So again, we'll do it by committee. Welcome in, everyone. Hope your Tuesday is going well. And actually, we are just started a break, so we'll be back in a minute and a half. See you soon. We are back. And again, welcome in. Like I mentioned at the top of the show, yesterday's stream, quite the stream. I want to thank all my guests, everyone from D Block, who helped me start it off, all the way to Dr. Dynastic, who helped end it with his Game 4 call of the Affiliates Gone Wild Pop-Up World Series. And again, congratulations to the winners. Congrats to those that may have got some packs in that tournament. And I believe that's the last pop-up for OOTP 24. And can't wait for OOTP 25. GT Sundown updating me and saying I am in Game 7 of the 5L. Oof. Oof. Let's go double check on that quick, see if it's fired. It is simulating right now. Well, we will find out if I'm still in. Beat Spore in round 1. I'm going up against those Wonderbolts in round 2. We're tied at 3. I won game 6 2-1 in extra innings. And so it's going to be up to Luke Walker. Luke Walker will be taking on Bob Carruthers. And I'm going to have to favor Bob Carruthers in this one. He's got a better build for 1985. So we'll see. We'll see what happens here in the 5L. If I do happen to win that game, I will go on and face on We Are Marshall. Mice. Okay, let's see. Let's go back out. We got... Oh, it's green. It is green. That usually means good things. Green means go on. Yes. Cloudsdale, what a series that was. Woo. Advancing to round 3 in the series. Woo. Game 1 goes to Cloudsdale 4-1. They take game 2 3-1. And then I take the next two, 9-7 and 13-2. They take game 5. Cubs fan Steve, this is very much like the final you had against 68 Pirate. Wasn't it like back and forth? All the visiting teams won. Who is home team here? Okay, so this was the opposite. This was all the home teams won. Then the home teams won the next two. Home, visiting. So the home teams won the first 6 games, and then I, as the visiting team, won game 7. 3-2. Cloudsdale scores 2 in the bottom of the 8th, but it's not enough. Bob Carruthers takes the loss, and this guy here, Leslie Green, with his 5th save after only 2 rounds. 5 saves in 2 rounds, and Luke Walker goes to 2-1. How about hitting? Anything to note here? Hitting? No home runs. Home run for Escobar, I believe the new Blue Jay. New Blue Jay, Mr. Escobar, has a home run for the losing Cloudsdale Wonderbolts. Yeah, that was a good series. That was a great series. So now we're able to see the red shirts. Ezra goes up against Tiger. Nasty Boys, Beetle Boy goes up against Charles. We got these Aardvarks, who I don't see very often in this tournament, going up against another team I don't see often, the first rounders. Is this Mill Basin? Oh, man, this Rich Rock, he's good. Mill Basin taking on Cavacom. I take on We Are Marshall. We've got the Chicago Skullhearts and Minerva, who beat out D Block. They're taking on Sundown. This is one big family. You guys I'm so familiar with who owns these teams. The Rockhounds, run by Dark Horse, they go up against the Porcupines. Mort's Tigers are taking on Roland Escobar and the Seaside Projects. Okay, good luck as we continue on in the Laptop Leisure Lounge. If I win round 3, I get GT or Minerva. Bring it. Bring it, both of you. I'm confident against both teams. It's Minerva's girlfriend that scares me. Okay, here we are, Lap versus Chat. And those of you that have filled out the form have a chance to win some packs. At the end of this sim here, we'll find out how many goals you guys have achieved. Please feel free to offer suggestions about your team in the chat. We're going to head to the draft, but before we do, we need to look at your weaknesses. You guys need to have an idea of what you need to target in the draft. So pitching wise, you only have one original player from the first draft, and that's Sandy Koufax. That was one of your team captains. You have this guy who's been fantastic for you. He's developed better than expected. This was a guy that you drafted in round 6, and he is probably your second best pitcher right now. I mean, as a reliever, but he is your second best pitcher. Hal White, you have 21-year-old Hal White, who you took in the first round. You've got Dick Lines, 28 years old. Omar Olivares, who you stole from me. He had a 22-win season and a 16-win season. Thanks, chat. I point out, yeah, that Olivares, if he's still there next round, I'm going to take him. And then you guys took him. Yeah. I don't forget, just like Tip O'Neill. You've got Ali Reynolds, a former first-round pick who has regressed a little bit. He was 8-7 last year. So those are your 4 starters. And then in the bullpen, you're doing pretty well. So could you use some more pitching help? Yeah, we both could. So that's what your pitching looks like. As far as your hitting, this is what it looks like. Tip O'Neill, we'll go by position. Weak at catcher. You got Jake Gibbs with this profile. Not very good. And you got John Buck, who did progress. He did boost his ratings a little bit. He was a 1.5-star player, and now he's a 2.5-star player. So he's a catcher. Dave Kingman, again, he's there for the power. We're in 1967. You also have this profile for Larry Burrett. Hanley Ramirez, who I believe was your rookie of the year. Look at this guy. He's the #1 prospect in baseball. He won a World Series. He was the MVP of the World Series, and he won the D Block Dragon Rookie of the Year award. You guys picked him second round. He slipped to the second round. Future all-time all-star, many years over. You've got Ace Stewart. He's a guy that you might want to replace. Willie Bloomquist, not very good. You drafted him in the 5th round. You got Mike Lowell, decent third baseman. You have Charlie Smith, another guy that can be replaced, 29 years old. Huey Jennings, former first round, 4th overall pick, selected to the All-Star game last year, won the World Series, of course, and he is your longtime second base shortstop. Still has room to develop. 41 RBIs last year, 24 stolen bases. You got Tip O'Neill, again, who you stole from me because he was listed as a pitcher and he was not eligible until your pick. Yeah. Moving on. Center fielder, you've got a few. Lloyd Wayner, who's been very good for you guys. 324 average, 290, 306. He has not hit below 290 in the 4 seasons you've had him. Jim McKnight can be replaced. Billy Ott. And then finally, your other captain, 28-year-old Billy Williams, who had the World Series clinching winning RBI last season. So, weaknesses, catcher, a lot of backup positions. You're set. There's no DH. You're set for right field, center field, left field. You're set with Hanley at second. So maybe a second, maybe a shortstop, maybe a third baseman. In the system, this is what you have in the minor leagues. You got Willie Ibar, who is probably ready to come up if you want to use him. He definitely is better than 4 or 5 guys you have. You've got John Clarkston, 22 years old, got a long way to develop. Henry Huck as a relief pitcher. And then Roger Bresnahan, I think he's a bust. I think we can almost qualify him as a bust. He does have one catcher ability, one catcher arm. He's still probably better than your second catcher. So you might want to bring him up this year as your second catcher. Cade Cavalli, again, probably is at the low end of your bullpen. In Double A, this guy is almost ready. Tough call if you want him to come up to the majors this league. Pedro Martinez, who started with a stamina of, I think, 19 or 20, working him in the minor leagues. He's gone up to 22. I might want to keep him there one more year just to see if you can get that stamina up, or bring him up. Up to you. Sometimes if you leave a guy too long, they regress. Corbin Carroll, he looks like he's ready to come up. Look at that gap power. He's improved on that for sure. And then Vince DiMaggio. A bust. I think in the single A, no one really of note in single A. 25-year-old JB, and then you got a bunch of 1-2-star kind of prospects. Dick Kaufman. You just might want to move some of these guys up to Double A. Pop Schneider, catcher that you drafted in round number 4 last year. 18 years old, though, so he can sit in single A for a while longer. So that's what you guys have. Oh, Cage Wisdom. Good, good. You're kind of like the default captain here, because you've kind of been following from the beginning. You kind of know what the team looks like. So again, feel free. Once we do the draft, we're only doing the first 5 rounds, and then we auto the rest of it. And autoing, when we autoed, you guys got, who did you guys get? You guys, as an auto pick, you got this guy, round 6, I believe. Yeah. So autoing can be effective. Let's go to the draft lottery. The draft lottery results are in. Of course, the standings last year, you guys will not have a lottery pick. It will be the White Sox, the Oilers, the Pirates, and the Reds, all in the draft lottery. The email has been sent, and your lottery winner is the Pittsburgh Pirates. The Pirates move up from 3 to 1. Reds move up from 4 to 2. I drop 1 position, and the Chicago White Sox are the biggest losers in the lottery. They go from pick number 1 to pick number 4. That's what you get for tanking. You go to number 4. It's time. One of my favorite things to do in the base game is to draft. We will continue. First overall for Pittsburgh goes to Fred Sure Shot Dunlap. Here is your first pick overall, and I don't blame them. 19 years old. He's got a really good career. As long as they develop him properly, he's a 4-star overall right now. He's going to be good. Second pick goes to Cincinnati. They will take pitcher Jack Chesbro. Again, 23 years old, little bit of a gamble because he is 23 years old and still has to improve on everything. He doesn't have anything completely developed, but he does have 100 stamina. I'm up next, and here is our draft pool. Here are the pitchers eligible, so take a look now. It looks like a stronger pitching class than last year. We got a lot of mid-level pitchers, and stamina-wise, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 high-end stamina guys with a couple very close. And for hitters, here's what you got. Not a very strong hitter class. You got maybe 4, maybe 5 in terms of potential. So, who do I got? I got Rafael Palmeiro. I got John O'Rourke, center field. Yordan Alvarez is in the draft. Yordan Alvarez, who's ready to play as a 20-year-old. He can step in now. and Sid Gordon. Sid's my least favorite choice there. It will not be Sid Gordon. Let me take a look at my priorities here. What do I need? I need pitching. My pitching is abysmal. It's got to be a pitcher. I mean, even Bob Gibson's down to his 2-star player. It's got to be. So although there's some really good bats in the draft, I've got Joe DiMaggio, Leon Wagner, Daddy Wags. I mean, I could use a right fielder or move Leon to right. So right fielder or pitcher for the Hound. I think it's got to be a pitcher. Who do I have? Knapp Rucker. Very similar to your Reynolds. Very similar makeup to your Reynolds there, Allie Reynolds. We've got Bob Milliken. 25 years old, don't want him. Bobo, they call him. We got Bill Souders, 22 years old. Don't like that control. Amos Russi, again, low control. Bill McGonagall, oh, of course, the guy I can't pronounce, but his control is horrific. Man, he's good though. Man, that control, 23 years old. And then we got Jim Merritt. Not a lot of movement, good stuff, good control. 4.5-star pitcher, 19 years old. He's a lefty. Man, this is tough. I might have to go with a hitter here. I don't know if I can pass this up. Laptop Hound welcomes to the Edmonton Oilers Yordan Alvarez from Cuba on the team. All right, let's go ahead to Twitch. That could be a mistake, but he was the best bat out there. You guys get last pick, so it's going to take a while to get there. Here we go. Twitch, you are up. Twitch chat. Batter-wise, you got Xander Bogaerts. Again, not a bad pick for the end of the first round. Mark Canha. Ned as a 24-year-old, fully developed, lots of speed. Mind you, you don't need an outfielder, though. Catcher, the top catcher is Russell Martin. He looks good. Much better than what you have. Other catchers, Ryan Dumit. Bill Freehan, 18 years old. And we'll show you one more. Steve Nicosia. Pitcher-wise, this guy's still out there, 29 control, 100 stamina. Russi is still there. And Bob Milliken. It is time to vote, chat. Put it in caps. First name I see 3 times in caps, that's who we're taking. Jim Merritt is gone. Martin. Okay, it is unanimous. You guys want Russell Martin? Yeah, that's a great pick. That's your biggest area of weakness. And yeah, he's going to do well for you, I think. 21 years old. So you're getting a guy that can step in right now. Continue drafts, Russell Martin. Done. Go on to round 2. So draft pool, I forgot to show the two-way players. So let's show some of the hitters that can pitch. If there are any, there are none. So none of the hitters in this year's draft pool can pitch. Let's find out if there's any pitchers that can hit. Not really. Okay, good. We don't have to focus on two ways. So I am up and I got to take a picture. What is left? Oh boy. Oh boy, they're still there. All right, we put the control back in for the pitchers. Anyone jump out here? Will he be there next round? I kind of like him. Vern Olson. All right, deep in thought here. I've got it down to 2 players. Down to 2. All right, I got it down to 2 players here, chat. I think I know who I'm going to go with. We are going to go with Xander Bogaerts. Xander Bogaerts, you are on the team. Chat pick number 2 coming up. All right, chat, here's what you have left in terms of hitters. Cuthbert, Dan Gladden, Larry Boa, and then a bunch of other 2.5-star players. For pitchers, this is what you got. And the guy I wanted, I think, is off the boards. So anyone you want me to open up here, let me know. If there's anyone you want me to show off. Adrian Gonzalez, that's what Adrian Gonzalez looks like. 20 years old, first baseman. Remember, no DH in this league. Larry Boa, if you want defense. In fact, Larry Boa is the best defensive player on this screen right here. Just change one thing on the customization. Good stuff. Movement control. Potential. All right, it is time to vote. Capital letters, who do you want? There's your potential for pitchers. Bunch of 3-star pitchers. Still got a couple higher end guys up there. One for Bill, one for Rusi. Whichever pitcher you don't take, I'm taking. I'm telling you that. Because the guy I wanted was drafted. I was hoping he would slip to me one more round. He was the best best well-rounded guy, but he's not there anymore. Rusi it is. Okay, that now you've left me. If Bill's still there, it is a gamble, but I'm a last place team or close to it, so I can gamble. Continue draft. Amos. Again, he was in the mock draft. He was projected to go 4th overall, and you guys are getting him at the end of the 2nd round. The guy I took was 3rd overall, and that Bill McGonigley, he was projected to go in the top 10. The number one mock draft was the real mock draft, Fred Dunlop. So Amos Rusi, Thunderbolt, the Hoosier Thunderbolt, going to Twitch chat. Okay, Bill, still be there. Who's up? Baltimore takes Todd Walker. Chicago takes Ned Cuthbert. I am up. We won't take long. Bill McGonigley. Projected top 10 pick. Got him in the 3rd round. It's going to be a fun year with all these new players because some of them are ready to play now. Round number 3 for you, chat. Let's go to the draft pool. Here are your pitchers, a lot of relievers. Stamina-wise, the only guy over 40 is this guy. Here's your only high stamina guy that can start for you. Otherwise, they're all relievers. And in the hitting categories, here's a look at what you have. Dumit, Hastings, Nicosia, Peters, and Jeremy Reed are your only 2.5 or higher players. Everyone else below 2.5 stars. Yeah, the AI will take a lot of relievers at the end. Oh, I see who my next guy is. Oh, hope he's there. If there's anyone you want me to open up and check, let me know. And probably focus on batters. I won't stay too long on pitchers here because you guys probably want to focus on hitters since there's no real starters left available other than that one. CJ Wilson's there. You know, a couple high movement guys and Bill and JT. Some really good, well-rounded relievers, but I think you want batters. You get a catcher. I mean, you've won the draft already by getting that catcher. Russell Martin. All right, time to vote. You want contact. Highest contact guy is Scott Hastings. Highest gap guy is Larry Parrish. Highest power guy shown is 70 Bob Jaron. There's your highest power guy right here. I see a Hastings. It's another catcher though, but you will have two long-term catchers here. If you grab this guy, multi-positional player, doesn't have to catch. Jay Buhner. Yeah, look at that speed. He can get those pass balls real quick. All right, vote. Otherwise, we're going with the only vote that's in so far, which is Scott Hastings. We got one for Hastings. Two for Hastings. All right, chat, we're going with Hastings. Since I didn't see any other votes. Oh, we did? Hastings it is. Okay, please be there. Baltimore takes. Charlie Rabe, Chicago takes. Hank, oh, he's there. Oh, yeah, fan favorites. My favorite hitter on the Blue Jays past is Lloyd. Lloyd. I don't care if you're not the greatest player available. You're 19 years old. You can still develop. You can break through some of these ratings here. So we're going with 19-year-old Lloyd Mosby. All right, fourth round pick for you coming up. You got two catchers and a pitcher. Here's what your hitting looks like. You still have a couple 2.5-star potential players. Jeremy Reed. Oops, not Buster Adams. There's Jeremy Reed. I mean, for a fourth round pick, that's not too bad. Center fielder too. And then you got another catcher, which I don't think you want. Matt Kemp's still there. Larry Parrish is still there. Pitcher-wise, bunch of relievers. The only true starter you have is Larry Lubers, who pitched back in 1993, 1999 with the Cards and back with the Reds in 2000. Both bounties have been claimed. Okay, we'll check that after the draft here. Dr. Dynastic, yeah, we are going right up until 1 p.m. Pacific. We will be rating into you right at 1 p.m. Pacific time. So be ready. We'll bring the crew over 1 p.m. Pacific time. Yep. Hoosman, no, there are no two-way players here. No pitchers that can hit. We will double check just in case I was clicked on the wrong one. Pitchers, hitting ratings. Yeah. Nothing. Got one vote for Jeremy Reed. He's probably the best choice left. I mean, Matt Kemp. All right, seeing no other votes, 2 votes for Mr. Reed. It will be Jeremy Reed on Twitch chat. All right, our last round, and then we auto the rest of it. So I am up. I think I need to grab a pitcher now. Got a few batters. Maybe Ron Cook. Look at the rating. Stuff, movement, and control. Stuff, movement, control. No one really balanced here. They're all pretty weak in one category. It's a tough one. I think I'm going to go this guy here. I'm going to go 22-year-old Carl Zamlock. Just because he's the most balanced. Carl Zamlock. And last pick for Twitch chat. Who do you guys want to take a chance on here? Here are your pitchers. Stamina-wise, there is no one on the page here with the stamina over 30. And hitter-wise, this is what you're looking at. Not a lot of good players left. We'll show you your, well, let's go to your page. Let's go to your reports and info. Here's kind of your positional rankings now. Of course, this doesn't include today's draft. In terms of shortstops, not many out there. Cole Tucker plays short. Ed Lucas can play short, not very well. Pete Kozma can play short. All right, chat, throw a name at me. Let's finish off the draft here. Get on to our build our lineup, do our exhibition, play out the year, and see if you guys can repeat. The only guy that's kind of well-rounded is this guy here, and that's not very good. We got a Crespo. We got a Uemura. Okay, Crespo. Crespo is the pick. Draft. There we go. We can auto the rest of it here. That was round number 5. Yeah, auto complete the draft. Okay, we'll take a quick pick who was autoed for us in round 6 to 10. In round 6, I got a relief pitcher, Fred Sanford. You guys got starting pitcher Sid Robertson. In round number 7, I got right fielder Daryl Miller. You guys got another catcher, Steve Holm, 27 years old. He'll be a minor league catcher for you. I got Dick Spalding in round number 8. You guys got Harry Hinchman, second baseman, with some gap power. In round 9, I got Cole Tucker. You guys got Jim Driscoll. Ouch. Don't think he'll ever see the field in the majors. And then in the final round, I ended up with Harvey Green, 18-year-old relief pitcher. And then you, with the second last pick of the draft, get another catcher. You guys are stocked for catchers now. Henry, you got a Mercedes at the end of the draft. Last player picked overall, Ed Carfree. Welcome, Ed Carfree. Last pick in the 1966 player draft. Okay, we're going to sim just before the exhibition game. So we want to sim up to about March the 22nd. March 1967. 22nd. Yeah, the AIGM, sometimes they can do a good job and sometimes not. Like I said, you got a top end relief pitcher there in the auto draft a couple seasons ago. Okay, we're gonna sim a week. Sim a week. And when is our game? The 25th. So we can sim one more week. All right, let's look at the Hall of Fame, see if anyone is elected to the Hall of Fame. Well, congratulations to Robin Roberts, who is not elected but stays on the ballot. Same with Whitey Ford, Nellie Fox, Billy Pierce, Red Schoendeist, and Eddie Yost. Off the ballot will be Bobby Shantz, Vic Wirtz, Dick Donovan, Gus Triendos, Gene Woodling, Billy Goodman, Bob Friend, Don Mossy, and Johnny Temple are dropped off the ballot. And by the way, just so you know, this is what our Hall of Fame looks like right now. 4 players are currently in our Hall of Fame. Stan Musial with the Cardinals, Duke Schneider with the Dodgers, Warren Spahn with the Braves, and Early Wynn with the Cleveland Guardians. Our only 4 Hall of Famers so far. We're going to take a while because we had bad players for a long time. Okay, chat, you guys are up in terms of moving players up to the majors. Who do you want as part of your 25-man roster? And again, I'm going to retire some of your older half-star players to make room on the 40-man. We're going to retire, and that'll just be a common thing. Jake Gibbs, retiring him, we'll just make that automatic. There you go. So you got 4 slots left if you want to move some players up. Steve Rogers? I don't see a Steve Rogers here. I think I drafted Steve Rogers. I think. All right, Martin and Ibar up. So Ibar up. Martin, Russell Martin is going to play in the majors as a 22-year-old. Burritt down. And your backup outfielder, Jim McKnight, down. So you want to move Pedro to AAA now rather than AA? Right now he's in AA. I would probably move him to AAA because you might stunt him a little bit. He may regress. So you got one more spot on your 25-man roster. Carroll up to the majors. So just double checking, Pedro, Clarkson, Holt, and Cavalli staying in AAA, along with Bresnahan, who's pretty much a bust. I'm going to move White down because he's red. Your AA, not much there that you have to count on. And in a single A, you got to look at your top three in single A because they are 22, 25, 22, and 21. Rusi and Hastings go to AA. And Bucas and Reed too. And Crespo. Steve Holm to AAA. Okay, I think you guys are pretty set development wise. He almost can go to AAA. He's 22 years, almost 23 years old. He's kind of right on the borderline, AA, AAA. But we'll leave him there. If that's where you want him. Bresnahan right now looks like he only qualifies. Well, he does have some outfield range, but I don't think you want him in outfield. Okay, let's go look at your lineups here. I'm just going to auto it. What do you want changed for your pitching? The CPU puts Hal White, Sandy Koufax, Ali Reynolds, and Omar Oliveras as your starting four. They are your best stamina guys right now. Anything you want to change for your pitching? 1967. Well, in AAA, this is what you got in AAA. 10's enough for 1967. Oh yeah, for 19. I play 10 with 1977 in the 5L even at 1985. 10, it depends on the stamina of your guys too. So if you have a lot of low stamina guys, maybe 11. Move Hulk up. Remote to Twitch. There you go. There is your pitching staff. Just give me a word good if you like the order. Do you want Sandy number 1? Do you want Hell White number 1? Anything you want to change there? Yeah, Harry Hoke. He's got that wonderful stamina. He is progressing though. His player development, he's going up in control, he's going up in stuff. Stamina though at 2, he's definitely a reliever. Did that send down a positional player? I don't think so. No, you got 26. You have to send one down. Bringing in that extra pitcher, you got to decide who you want to move down. Probably Ace Stewart, Willie Bloomquist, Hogsted. Okay, we'll send Hogsted down. All right, this is what your hitting looks like. So any adjustments you want for your hitting, currently it is as it was at the end of last season, your world championship team. I don't really want to auto it, but I can if you want to. But if there's just a few players you want to move around, let me know. Yep. Here's your lefties versus backups. You know what? Let me auto it. Let me go and auto it, see what the CPU says. And then there's your lefties. So they got Martin at catcher, Lowell at first, Jennings at second, Ibar at third, Ramirez at short, O'Neill, Wayner, and Williams in the outfield. Swap Jennings and Ramirez in terms of position. Jennings to short, Ramirez to second. Okay, and versus righties. Same thing. Jennings to short, Ramirez to second. Good. Okay. I want to go and make sure your minor leagues are set. Here we go. You want Pedro as a starter. Double A. Again, I've got Pedro Forced as a starter. Don't know if the AI is going to move him out of there. Hopefully not. And then your minor leagues. Let's auto that. Auto that. And auto that. All right, for the Hound, what do we got here? Let's go to my... Okay, Bud Galvin, buddy, you got 23 stamina. You've improved from 18, I think it is. You're coming up. Cherokee Fisher, you are my number 2 pick overall. You've regressed. You went from 67 stuff to 45 and from 58 movement to 39. You might be a bust. I hope I can salvage you. I'm sorry. You shouldn't have been in AAA. You should have been on the majors all year last year. 26-year-old. Harry Heilman, 22 years old. I'm going to bring you up. And Mike Boddicker, you are coming up as well. So we're going to make a lot of changes. We are not finishing bottom 4. Bill, Paul O'Neill, and then Bill, you're making your major league debut as a rookie. Oh, I got to retire some guys. Roy Sanders, retired. Bill, you're coming up. Xander or Jordan, you are playing right away. Jordan, retire. You are playing. And Xander Bogarts, you're not quite ready as a 19-year-old. You can play 1 year in single A. Pete moves up. Carl moves up. Silver Flint, Lloyd Mosby, Lovelady, Miller, Sean, Felix. Okay, I think we're good. You go down, Paul O'Neill, Joe Dunn, you go down. And now who comes off? 6 players come off. Carl, Bill, Sammy Drake. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 pitchers. Pete Burnside. Don Rudolph. One more. One more to come off. Jack Kubinzitz. There we go. Okay, I think we are good. Let me go fix my lineups. Got a lot of rookies in the lineup now. Auto. Who do they want to put in? Galvin, Maguni, my two rookies, Cherokee Fisher, Bob Gibson is number 4. Let's do it. Hitters. Let's auto it. Heilman, DiMaggio, Alvarez, Bagwell, Reese McGuire, Jody Reed, Ozzie Guillen, Milt Stock. Doesn't look like anyone that shouldn't be there. Backups. Good. This is going to be a much closer season, chat. I played the slow game here a bit to get some of those higher end picks. Not that I threw anything, but I definitely wasn't eager to bring all my prospects up that early. Wanted them to try and develop. So before we get on with our exhibition game, let's go check out the Bounty and the Laptop Daily. See where we're at in that. Again, we got about a half hour before we raid over to Dr. Dynastic, which should be plenty of time. Doc, if you're listening, we will be over there at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Get the pipes ready. Well, the Bounty, let's check that out first. Oh, I lost to Firenor in game number 3. We went the distance. Oh, GT. Oh, why did you say both bounties are claimed? Oh. Oh no, this is your game. Oh, GT. 17 innings. The Blue Hornets take you. You tied up in the bottom of the 8th. You both score a run in the 11th, and then you go to the 17th inning, and they score their run. So they knock you out. They beat you 1-0, and then they take you to 17. Well, they're going to be rested up because they have a day off. And then they beat me 4-3. Firenor. 1, 2, 3, 4 games in a row that either were extra innings or 1-run games. Give it up to Firenor. So Firenor will take the first bounty defeating me, and the second bounty will go to 68 Pirates. Firenor and 68 Pirates, who knock off our second bounty, Sean Sull. They beat them 8-1 and 16-3 with authority. So now we have Mile High going up against the Beach, and we've got the Bowlers going up against the Pirates. Oh no, Mile High M is out. Beach, Blue Hornets, you go to the final, and it's just between the Bowlers and Pirates to take you on, but both bounties have been claimed. So we have our 2 winners. Let's go check out the Lap Daily. Simulating right now, so I'm still green. That's a good sign. Means I've made it to at least round 4, and I have a sweep of We Are Marshall, the Marshall Mice. Able to take them down 3-2, 1-0, 12-1, and 6-1. So the Gladiators on a little bit of a roll here. The Red Shirts up 3-2 against the Wolves. The Nasty Boys have advanced. This midsummer team has advanced, and the Ghost Ships, Cavacom, swept the Yankees. Minerva up 3-2 on the Sloths. Porcupines up 3-2. Mort's Tigers have advanced. And a sim just came in, so we might have the next round. Nope, still simming there. So we'll check back later on. Yeah, GT, that was an ouch. Okay, here we go. excited. Let's get to the exhibition game. We got to find out which pitcher gets to start for both teams based on our starting lineup. So let's open up. Where is it here? Hey, we need to take off the 5s because we just have 4 starters. All right. The designated starting pitcher for the exhibition game will be our number 4. We're going deep. Number 4. So that means for me, it's going to be Bob Gibson. I'm just going to move him up now. And for Twitch chat, it's going to be Omar Olivares. I kind of like, well, it'll be interesting. Let's go to the exhibition game. So if you defeat me, 5 packs will go out to the community. And also one of the questions was the total runs scored in the game. Olivares versus Gibson. Computer will manage everything. Your starting lineups: Huey Jennings, Wayner, O'Neill, Ramirez, Williams, Ibar, Lowell, Martin, and your pitcher, Olivares. For the Oilers, it will be Milt Stock leading off, Leon Wagner, Joe DiMaggio, Alvarez in his debut, Bagwell, McGuire, Reed, Guillen, and Gibson. So we've got 1 rookie starting for the Oilers with Alvarez, and for Twitch chat, any rookies starting? Is Ibar a rookie? No. Yeah, he is a rookie. Ibar is a rookie in his major league debut, and Russell Martin. Hey, we're going to go inning by inning. Oh, I told you guys, it's going to be my year. 5-0. Count that up. 5-0 for Lap. After 1, Jody Reed with the home run. A grand slam for Jody Reed. Yeah. Jody. All right, let's go to the 3rd. 6-0. Lap adds another run. We go to the 4th. Oh, what is going on here? Chat says, not today, Lap. You score 6 runs in the top of the 3rd inning. Home run, Mike Lowell with a 3-run shot. Olivares is out of the game. You got Perme in now, and Gibson is out of the game. So both starters have been knocked out early. Let's go to the 5th. Lap gets another run. Was it a home run? No, it was not. Oh, it was, yeah. Leon Wagner, Daddy Wags, with the home run. Go to the 6th. 7-6 game. We go to 7. Still, pitchers have settled down. Mike Boddicker, another rookie coming in for the Oilers here. Let's go to the 8th. 1 run apiece. So Twitch chat scores a run. Lap scores a run. We go to the 8th inning. Or actually to the 9th. 8-7. All right, let's play out the final inning here. Tip O'Neill at the plate against Tommy Thompson in a 1-run game. And O'Neill grounds out to short, over to first, 1 away. Hanley Ramirez at the plate. 1 away, 2-ball count. Ramirez drives that one into the corner. That one goes to the wall, fires it in. Ramirez easy with a second base, standing up at second base. Tying run at second. Billy Williams at the plate. Billy. What a great catch by Lap's right fielder. Shout out to Daddy Wags. This one's for you, Ezra. Daddy Wags. Possibly game-tying run. Could have scored there, and we're down to our final out. Rookie Willie Ibar at the plate. What's Billy done so far? He's got 2 hits in 3 at-bats, including an RBI, a walk. So he's had a great game so far. A single probably will tie it. Ibar, ball low. He takes a walk. That is going to bring up the number 7 hitter, Mike Lowell. Lowell in the game so far is, what's he done so far? 3 hits and 4 at bats. Oh yeah, he's doing well. 4 RBIs. He's the guy you want up. He's got the hot bat. And not so much in the 9th inning. Lap, once again for the 2nd week in a row, wins 8-7 in the exhibition. 15 runs. We'll go for that question there. All right, player of the game is Daddy Wags. Defensively, offensively, Leon Wagner goes 3 for 5, 3 RBIs. You guys had a great game by Mike Lowell going 3 for 5, Willie Ibar 2 for 3, and your leadoff hitter Huey Jennings 2 for 5. Okay, one task not completed by chat. So let's go into the regular season. So we're looking for total wins for Sandy Koufax. We're looking for how many all-star players you guys get. Can you win the World Series? Can you win a major trophy? We'll find out in the next 20 minutes. Here are your pre-season predictions. On the top prospect list, I've got Yordan Alvarez as the number 6 prospect overall. As we go into the top 100, I've got the number 16 prospect, Harry Heilman, the number 24 prospect, Xander Bogaerts, and that is it. Twitch, you've got the number 54 prospect, Russell Martin. Pitching-wise, Pedro Martinez is the number 13 prospect. Still a stamina of 20. We'll see if we can improve that. You got your first round pick, Rusi, or your second round pick, I think. He is the number 23 prospect. I've got the number 28 prospect. When you're this bad, you get a lot of good prospects. Ken Trinkle is number 73 for Twitch chat. And this guy is in the 70s. Number 89. So yeah, we each have some prospects. Number 1 prospect, Fred Dunlap, and the number 1 pitching prospect is the first overall pick this year, Jack Chesbro, or number 2nd overall pick. All right, let's play out to the All-Star game as the break is on. We'll be back in 2 minutes' time. We're back. We are back for another 15 minutes here at the top of the hour. We'll take you over to Dynastic for his Tuesday show. Don't forget, TJ Lauerman later on tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern, to get those OOTP drops. And Spore's Tuesday Treasure Trove is a Wednesday Treasure Trove. He will be doing a show tomorrow at some point to release the newest Tuesday Treasure Trove lower level cards. All right, we are at the All-Star break. And let's look at the standings first of all. In July, the Laptop Hound Oilers are mid-pack 45 and 48, just under 500. We're 10 games back. Our best season so far. And Twitch chat, we are tied with you right now at 45 and 48. So this is task number 2. Will you have a better regular season? And right now, it's all even up. Take a look at the pitchers here. Pud Galvin making his debut is 4-3. So a lot of no decisions, but he's got a pretty good ERA. Cherokee Fisher, 8-8. Bill Magoonley, guy that we both passed up on quite a bit in the first couple rounds, at least. He is pitching pretty good, 9-5 with a 2.44 ERA. And for Twitch chat, Al White's 8-9, Sandy Koufax 7-5, Ali Reynolds not doing very well, and Omar Oliveras again not doing very well, having his poorest season so far. Your stopper though, Novoa, he's doing amazing, 191 ERA and currently has 15 saves. So in contention for reliever of the year, I think. Hitting wise, let's go take a look at the stats at the All-Star break. No one really jumps out for my team. 280 for Milt Stock, 276 for Jody Reed, 287 for Ozzie Guillen. We got 18 home runs for Joe DiMaggio and 12 home runs for Daddy Wags. And for rookie Jordan Alvarez, 12 home runs, hitting 275. So he might be in contention for Rookie of the Year. For Twitch chat, you got a 292 Hanley Ramirez, so he's picking it up where he left off. Tip O'Neill's just amazing. Tip O'Neill, by far your best player, hitting 336, 408 on base percentage, 527 slugging, and a 5.6 WAR for Tip O'Neill. Huey Jennings hitting only 247, and Billy Williams currently has 7 home runs on pace for 12 and hitting 283. So any changes, chat, that you want to do in terms of your pitching? Because the All-Star break is the only other time that you can make changes. So anything you want to move here, whether it's chess or caged wisdom, minor wise, we can take a look at that. Amos in Double A is currently 12-6. This is what he looks like. Pedro, 21 stamina. I think he was at 20, right? Did he move up one or did he drop one? There's Pedro. He was at 22, so he dropped one. JB in Double A. So Pedro, in terms of his development, his stuff has gone up to 100. His movement's gone down 2. His control's gone up from 37 to 52. So he is progressing. You guys, you're developing him well. Like he is progressing, but not so much in stamina yet. You want to call up Pedro and Rusi? Who do you want to send down? There's your stats of your pitchers. All right. Well, your lowest stamina guy is the guy that had a stamina of 2, unless you dropped him down already. Harry Hoke. Harry Hoke, his stamina has dropped to 1. He's doing good for you, though. He's got a 179 ERA. He's got 4 saves, 3 wins, and a stamina of 1. Do you want me to drop him down? Stokes. Okay, so Stokes and Olivares. Okay. And bring up Pedro. Oh, we got to retire a couple more guys. Larry Foss, enjoy retirement. And Cisco, enjoy retirement. So Pedro's coming up and Rusi's coming up. Cool. What about your rotation then? What do you want me to move here? Do you want me to put Rusi as number 4 or even higher? I can bring back Olivares. So here's your stats for your pitchers. Let me know who you want back for. Who do you want me to drop for Olivares? Perme? Okay, Perme. The coaches have decided you're going down. Olivares is coming back up. Sorry for the extra bus trip there. And you want Pedro as a stopper with Navoa. Something like that. You want Rusi as number 4? Do you want to move him up in the rotation? Olivares as long middle relief. All right, we're going to keep him there. We're just going to go and do this to your minor leagues since they changed around. And finally, how about your hitting? Anything you want to change on your hitting? Russell Martin, you know, he's probably doing okay. Got a positive zone rating. All right, we're going to keep it at that. Let's go check out the All-Star game. How many All-Stars did you guys get? Let's find out. NL. All right, let's see. Check out Hanley Ramirez makes it in. Tip O'Neill, that's 2. So you got 2 hitters in the All-Star game. Hitters or pitcher-wise, none. No pitchers. So 2 All-Stars. Just take a look, double look here, make sure I didn't miss anyone. Ramirez, Tip O'Neill, and no pitchers. And Ramirez and Tip O'Neill will start as the number 2 and 3 hitters in the lineup. Well done. For my team, let's see if we've got any All-Stars. Joe DiMaggio makes his first All-Star game. And pitching, none. Although Cliff Lee is there. Way to go, Cliff Lee. Bronze goodness. Okay, so you beat me there. We're going to cancel that game. We're going to sim ahead one day. Let's see who won the All-Star game here. It was the AL. Check out how our players did. For me, Joe DiMaggio was pinch hitting. He came in later in the game, went 0 for 2. Henley went 1 for 2, and Tip O'Neill 0 for 2 with a run. Your player of the game, your all-star player of the game is Willie Mays. Willie Mays, center fielder for the Baltimore Orioles, your player of the game. All right, we're going to sim now to the playoffs. Captain Kegleg in the house. Captain, yeah, thank you. I got your message on the Discord. Thank you so much. It was a really fun show. It was cool to again introduce some of the streamers that maybe some people haven't seen before. It's good to ask some questions, some kind of weird questions, and it went along really well, like timing wise and everything, from one guest to the next. We didn't play a lot of OOTP, but finishing off with Dynastic to call the finals of the pop-up, that was a cool capper. I enjoyed being the color man for that last couple of games, and having Dave Steeb win it, even better. Capped off the day well. It was a long stream. It took a lot out of me because I'm not used to streaming that long, but it was fun. It definitely was fun. I want to thank all the guests that came on, and I apologize to anyone else that didn't come on because timing wise, and I tried to just get the affiliates that contributed cards to the tournament. So that was kind of the focus, getting those affiliates on that picked the cards. And then I needed a guest. I was short on one. So EVC filled in there. So thank you, EVC, for coming on to help me out between Gorgo and Dr. Dynastic, because it took longer to get to the finals. Usually it's about 9.5 hours to finish a pop-up. This one went almost 11 hours. So I needed that extra guest there. And thanks to EVC for filling in. All right, I think we are in the playoffs. Let's go take a look. The Cleveland Guardians are taking on the Cincinnati Reds. So we're going to finish off the playoffs. Congratulations go out to some team for winning. Who won the World Series? It's tied at 3. It's not done yet. Finished today. Cincinnati, your player of the World Series is this guy. This catcher is your World Series MVP, Chris Cannizzaro, who is drafted in the 29th round of the inaugural draft, 565th pick overall. Chris Cannizzaro, your World Series 1967 MVP. This game. Moment of truth. Who won the regular season battle between us? We were tied at the All-Star break. Did your changes make a difference? Laptop Hound finishes with a record of 84-78. Twitch Chat finishes with a record of 87-75. You guys had quite the end to your season. You had a great second half, 2 games back of making the playoffs. You won 6 in a row, 8 of your last 10. Man, what a finish you guys had. Twitch Chat, congratulations. Another great season. Look at this schedule. September. You had a bad week in the second week of September. But yeah, good job, Twitch Chat. You beat me again. Well, our final thing we got to do is find out our award winners. My best season so far. So our lottery draft teams will be Pittsburgh, Boston Red Sox, the Los Angeles Angels, and the Chicago White Sox. So 3 of the 4 will come from my conference next year. We will both have higher draft picks this time. All right, let's find out. You guys have achieved 1 of 2, 1 of 3. You didn't win a World Series, and you didn't beat me in the exhibition game. So now you got to see if you can win a major award. One of the 2, Player of the Year or Pitcher of the Year. Let's start with the AL. Your award winners are, your Pitcher of the Year is Harry Stovey for the Cleveland Guardians. He goes, oh no, he's your MVP, not your pitcher. He hit 249, so a 249 hitter is your MVP. Harry Howell, that's the pitcher I was thinking of. He is your Cy Young winner for the Cleveland Guardians, who lost to the Reds. Your Rookie of the Year from the Laptop Hound Oilers, Yordan Alvarez, hitting 296, a 6.2 WAR, 523 slugging percentage, and a 918 OPS. Congratulations, Yordan. And your reliever of the year is Manny Sarmiento from the Chicago White Sox. For the NL, your Cub fan 23 Steve MVP. Chat, 2 years in a row, you have an MVP, which means 5 more packs for the community. Hanley Ramirez is the MVP. What a season. He hit 300, a 522 slugging percentage to lead the entire league, a 907 OPS, and a 9.1 WAR for Hanley. Bert Blyleven takes his second Cy Young Award championship for the Dodgers. He will win the Boiled Egg Pitcher of the Year award. John O'Rourke takes the D-Block Dragon Rookie of the Year. Great season for John O'Rourke from the Phillies. And Tom Gordon from the Los Angeles Dodgers will win your Wildcat Bandit Reliever of the Year. 9-6 record, 23 saves, a 192 ERA. So chat, you've accomplished 2 of your goals. So now we got to go award the packs. Who will win today? Zoom in a bit. Go and create our filter. So we're picking 2 winners. You won a major award and you had the better regular season. So first question, how many tasks will be achieved? It was 2. Which of the following is a lock? So the 2 locks were the better regular season and the award winner. Next, how many of your team will make the All-Star game? You had 2 to 3. So it's down to Wildcat Bandit, IBDBTU, UVM Cats, Pop Dongoria, Sean Sultan, Caged Wisdom, and Blue Tester. Still in the running. We're awarding 2 prizes. Total runs in the exhibition was 15. No one guessed that. So you all move on. Tiebreaker was tiebreaker number 1, wins for Sandy Koufax. Okay, let's go check it out. And once I raid over to Dr. Dynastic, I will come back and take a look, dive into the stats a little bit more. But we want to get over there. So we're just going to take a quick look. Sandy Koufax had 19 wins. Wow, what a second half he had. And the second tiebreaker was Billy Williams home runs. Billy Williams home runs. He finished with 12? Okay, 19 and 12. Want to save this up quick. Hate to have to redo that. 19 and 12. Okay, let's see if there was any rules here about going over. Closest without going over. So the closest to 19. We got 3 18s. So they move on. Next up is how many home runs? And I want to double check that it's closest without going over. Closest without going over is 12. So everyone went over. So now we go to the closest to 12 of these three that are at 18. We got an 18, a 23, and a 21. So these are your two winners. Winner number 1, Caged Wisdom. And our second winner, Wildcat Bandit. There we go. So 5 packs will make their way to their accounts. Caged Wisdom 42, Wildcat Bandit. Take a look for those in the next 24 to 48 hours. Congratulations again to our 2 bounty winners. You will get those packs as well. And congratulations to Wildcat Bandit at the beginning of the show with our early bird 5-pack random giveaway winning. So 5 winners today. Good stuff. Enjoy those packs. Hope you pull something good. Back on Thursday, not with a Hawk Report because there is no TWIP. So I will be on probably around 1 p.m. Eastern on Thursday with a special guest. We're going to have the one, the only Hulkamat from the community, and he's going to do a major pack rip. He does it every year on my show. So let's root him on. Come cheer him on. We'll do some giveaways. We're going to guess the cards. And yeah, we'll be back on Thursday. All right, guys, I'm going to stick around after our raid to Dr. D and check in on the laptop daily and go over some of the stats from both our teams in the lap versus chat. Thank you, guys. We're here for a good time, not a long time. So have a good time. The sun can't shine every day. We'll see you next episode.
A very good friend of mine told me something the other day. I'd like to pass it on to you. I believe what he said to be true. He said we're here for a good time, not a long time. So have a good time. The sun can't shine every day, and the sun is shining in this rainy city, and the sun is shining. Oh, well, isn't it a pity? And every year has its share of tears, but every now and then it's gotta rain. We're here for a good time, not a long time. So have a good time. The sun can't shine every day.